All right. Sorry about that, folks. We had to little bit of a delay here on the old realstream.io this evening. Sorry, folks. We are live right now. It is not. It may say CWF official after show, but it is not the CWF after show. Oh man, I don't know why that is there. Realstream.io just will not cooperate this evening for some reason. We are live this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in, if indeed you are tuning in. And I want to tell you guys, there's a lot of controversy happening today. And when there's controversy, you know I just can't hold back. I can't save my opinion tonight here. I can't save my opinion at all. Like I said, it may say the CWF after stream. Let me see if I can change that here. The wonderful world of YouTube. I'm going to turn on the Skype machine here in just a few minutes. If you would like to Skype into the show tonight, go ahead and add that Skype username right there next to the Skype logo on your screen. That's Tons of Fun WCW. Yes, I know. It's a cheesy screen name. I've had it for over 10 years. Sue me. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter tonight, you can follow me directly at Joe Pillow to Post. You can also follow our beautiful 1650 PWAM Pro Wrestling and More Network at 1650 PWAM. Drop us a good old-fashioned email at pillar2post1650 at yahoo.com. I'm going to go ahead and see if I could change this here. Hold on. Let me see if we could change this. Hold on here, folks. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Friday, so we're going to give that a quick review. And what is hashtag Flip Rogers? Well, we're going to get into Mr. Flip Rogers tonight. I believe that's an apropos name for the whole controversy that's going on the last few hours, as it were, on Twitter. Hashtag Flip Rogers. Randy Orton getting involved. Bubba Ray Dudley getting involved. Will Ospreay getting involved in on the controversy even. We'll talk about what hashtag Flip Rogers means here in just a few minutes. Live. And, folks, I want to tell you, too, we have new subscribers. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way as well. We have new subscribers to talk about tonight. And as always, when you subscribe to our YouTube channel here at the 1650 Pro Wrestling and More, 1650 PWAM, our radio network here, we have lots of shows up there on our YouTube page right now. Jeff Edwards and DJ Stames just posted a new show there. Edwards and Stames called Gender, Jim, and Alex. So they talk about Gender, Jim, and Alex. Alex being Alex Ovechkin. Cool Down with AC, Melt the Ice. A little bit of hockey talk from him is there, as well as some boxing talk on that show. Be sure to give those two shows a listen. Blading for Truth episode 55, Change the Recipe, was posted last week on May 10th. I believe that was Wednesday, talking about how WWE needs to change the recipe if they want to see those ratings rise. And also, we have the unofficial CWF Worldwide After Show, episode 104 up there that was streamed last Wednesday. We will have another episode of that covering episode 105 this Wednesday. And there's going to even maybe be a Saturday episode of this coming up. We'll let you know more about that also. Probably Wednesday night when you tune in there live. Again, that usually happens at around 10 o'clock live, depending on how long those CWF shows run. But again, we got some new subscribers. We mentioned the last one was Wrestling God. I'll go ahead and give him another shout out here. Wrestling God, subscribe to us on YouTube, 1650 PWAM. That's youtube.com/tonsoffunWWE. The easiest way to find us, though, go to the 1650, follow us on Twitter. You'll get posts and you'll get updates whenever we go live or whenever we post shows there first. Also, today, 24 hours ago, there he is, Marshall Martin. We want to thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you very much for subscribing to our network just today. I believe it'll be coming up here in just a few moments here. Primetime 210-237 has subscribed with us here. Again, I was getting ready for the show about 30 minutes ago, and that came up here on the OBS. So thank you very much for subscribing. Go ahead and chat with us in our YouTube chat room. We have that chat room going there. Jonathan Miller. Bel Generico, usually rude like that. Is Bel Generico? I don't know who. I don't think so. I don't think so. She brings up a good point, though. She brings up a good point. We'll get to that here in a minute. Again, I just want to stress: follow us on Twitter, add us on Skype. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the Skype machine right now, and we can take calls. Rumor is that somebody will be calling in. Somebody special will be calling in tonight. Who can it be? We'll know here in just a little bit. But hashtag Flip Rogers. I want to read you this, and this is what Rip Rogers put on his Twitter. And I got to tell you guys, he makes a good point. He makes a wrong point in this day and age. He makes a point that's not a lot of people are going to care about, but he makes a point. And I'm going to read this here now. Every indie match now, we're not going to be taking calls yet here, Robert. So if you want to call in again here, just call in here in just a few moments. Rumor is Rick Hendrickson's calling in tonight, so we may just get Rick on the line as well. But I'm going to read this out here, and then we'll take phone calls on this. Every indie match now, and I guess he means, is the following: handshake, drawn-out move exchange, this is awesome chant, strike exchange, dive, no sell indie strong style. I kind of like that one. Dive, more strikes, no sells, dive, flippy floppy sequence, dive, hit everyone with each other's finisher, then Humpty Dumpty we all fall down. It's kind of a point there. Fight forever chant, rinse and repeat until every move is useless and means nothing. Dive, take unsafe shot that looks like shit and hurts like hell, then roll up finish. Handshake and hug after match, everyone's hands raised, all these guys chant. Go home and type on social media thanking your opponents and company for the match and telling others they should book these guys. Dive. And we have Rick Hendrickson on the phone with us. Rick, I just read that tweet here that went out today from Rip Rogers. What are
Rip Rogers or Randy Orton?
Well, Randy Orton kind of retweeted and reiterated what Rip Rogers was saying. So, this has just exploded. The entire indie scene, WWE superstars like Randy Orton getting involved. What is your take on this?
I don't know how I want to pursue this fight.
I don't know either. It's a very
12
touchy...
of your 12 million of your listeners might text me or email me or stab me in the throat.
Yeah, I know, man. It's a touchy subject.
But I agree with Randy Orton. So I think that if you're not making money, why are you killing yourself like that?
Well, speaking of Randy Orton, I want to go ahead and be serious about this here. We can't, because it's...
I'm being very serious.
You are being very serious. I know when you're being serious. You're being very serious.
Are you allowed?
Yes.
I'm going to come here and give you entertainment, and we jumped right into serious radio.
So Randy Orton types this then. Not that. Hold on.
I can't see what you're putting up.
So Randy Orton types in #dive and retweets that. And everybody gets in a tussle over it. Bubba Ray Dudley tweets out a picture of him jumping over the ropes. And Randy Orton retweets that with a comment like, there's a difference between a dive and a vet falling, #dive or something like that. And then Randy Orton tweets this here. At 1:39 a.m. Europe time, with 8% left on his battery, he goes, I know an apology, and he goes, sorry to the indie marks. Indie guys and old-timers who do dives took offense. Just having a good time over a few drinks in Denmark, closing out the SmackDown Live tour, while beating Raw and making over $5 million in the last 11 shows. Now, I know to some that doesn't equate to a standing room only crowd of 150 people paying $8 at an armory somewhere, but in the big boy world, that's called putting asses in seats. So enjoy your flips, dives, and 20 super kicks per match. To each their own. I will go dive back into my 13th title run and get ready to flip when my bank statement comes this month. And then he puts headlock. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Flip about my money.
A couple tweets here that were sent out today. I want to put up here. I want to go ahead and put up the image here so people don't think I'm lying. Of the Bubba Ray Dudley tweet, I suppose we should put that out here. Bubba Ray Dudley.
Tweets.
Yes, pictures of tweets. We are a video show here. Bubba Ray Dudley, there it is, putting out dive. I guess it's the popular thing is dive now on Twitter. We could go further into this with an image of Will Ospreay, keeping up with the Joneses, as it were, on Twitter as well.
That match with Jay White was pretty hot.
It was pretty good. Not as good as Chip Day Trevor Lee, but anyway, here's Randy Orton.
Come on, Joe White.
There's Randy Orton replying to it. He goes, "There's a difference between a young talent diving and an old out of shape vet falling." Talking about Bubba Ray Dudley.
That was pretty funny.
That is funny, you know.
I think that if you're over like 26, you probably shouldn't do any diving.
No, you shouldn't be doing any diving. Will Ospreay, of course, tweeting out as well here. He tweeted at Rip Rogers, "Yeah, but I'm having fun and making money, so I'm happy." And then ... dive. Then I caught a little bit of...
Will Ospreay is making money?
Apparently.
All right.
And then apparently I get into a tussle on Twitter here. Let me see here. A
tussle on Twitter.
Yeah, a little bit of a tussle on Twitter with somebody. Somebody put, "Hey, Randy Orton, remember when you were shitting in bags, big boy?" And I replied...
I'm into that.
I replied, "Yeah, while he was shitting in those bags, he was still making money and selling out 20,000-seat arenas." So,
dude, who hasn't shit in a bag here?
Who hasn't shit in a bag? You know, I mean, are the days of the good old-fashioned shit in the bag rib over?
Probably not.
And then she replied, he doesn't need your help. He'd wipe your ass with your face if he ran out of toilet paper. Yeah, but, you know, something tells me he's wiping his face or wiping his ass with $20 bills.
$20 bills.
While the indie guys are out there, you know, making it to the next Denny's, wondering if they can make it to the next Denny's at the end of the night. So, I just, you know... Somebody put, "Unfortunately, you're protected in WWE. Come out to the real world and test your tantrum with adults." Talking about Randy Orton. Randy Orton getting smashed tonight on Twitter.
Please.
I don't know if...
I'm sure he's devastated by that.
I'm sure he's devastated. Like I said, he's lighting cigarettes with $20 bills and, you know...
I'm devastated that
I gotta go to work.
in the basement.
I put it to you this way, folks. I got to go to work tomorrow. Randy Orton is jumping on a plane heading back to the U.S. or his broadcast, you know, for Raw. So...
You gotta work tomorrow?
Yeah,
Hilton Hotels?
Hilton Hotels, baby. Book Hilton. There you go.
Book Hilton? That's just hashtag for the evening?
No, hashtag for the evening is Flip Rogers.
Book Hilton, dive, Flip Rogers.
Book Hilton. Hashtag Book Hilton, hashtag Flip Rogers, hashtag Melvin.
No, just one like 1,200 word. It's like 140 character hashtag.
Hashtag Book Hilton Flip Rogers.
I don't even know how Twitter works, White. It's pretty sad.
You don't even have Twitter. How do you think I was able to get at From Pillar to or at New Search Live back in the day?
Well, I gave it up. I do have Twitter, but I had to give that away to get the one that I have now for my business.
I don't know what to make of this, man. It's if you side with Randy Orton, you're a son of a gun to all the guys on the Indies. If you side with the Indies, you're a son of a gun to Randy Orton, all those and people like Randy Orton and The Miz and people who aren't throwing super kicks but yet are making millions of dollars a year. You know, so
what are we talking about sides, White? I mean. There's no sides because
of course there are.
Unless you're an actual wrestler, your opinion doesn't matter.
Well, you're right. To an extent, you're right. I mean, but then there's fans out there, you know, like this one on Twitter that went at me, who don't watch WWE, and you know, who would fucking. No, I mean this was actually a female wrestling fan. I don't want to get into that whole fiasco again. But
and Uncle Rick's custard.
But I mean, there's, you know, is that really your Twitter handle?
No.
It better not
but
be.
You have a female fan? What?
Well, I mean, there's female indie fans on Twitter. You know, I mean, when somebody has a picture of them and the Young Bucks as their Twitter photo, you know, you kind of.
Geez.
Yeah. Good. So I mean, you know, they.
That kind of fan. Okay.
You said it. Hey, I've already gotten myself into trouble with this once earlier in the year, and I'm not going to do it again. But
what is that one going to do? What, Twitter me? Oh wait, well, I mean, I don't have one of those.
The thing is, my problem is that there's fans out there, loyal indie fans out there, who like that style of wrestling, who are maybe offended by what Randy Orton has to say. You know, but the bottom line is, Randy Orton is sitting in the UK helping WWE make $5 million over the course of 10 days, and these guys are barely able to, there's some indie guys who are barely able to put gas in their car to go from town to town. So, and they're throwing 20 super kicks a match. It's a mute argument. You have no legs to stand on when you bash Randy Orton for making a comment like that.
Randy Orton is just being a heel, and there you go.
He's a babyface on TV.
No, he can be whatever he wants. He's a millionaire.
He's a millionaire. You can't argue with success.
Or if I was a millionaire, I would not even have a cell phone. I'd have a person that held my phone and did those things for me.
Exactly. I'd have a person to send out the tweet for me.
That's what Donald Trump means.
That's right.
But, I don't know. It's kind of more fun to tweet yourself, though. I mean, if you have somebody else call somebody a bad word,
I mean, I just look at it this way. Those guys who have anything to disagree with Randy Orton or disagree, Rip Rogers, look at it this way. Rip Rogers is an old school, trainer. He's trained half the guys that you're watching on WWE TV right now, that you watched, Randy Orton, John Cena, anybody who ran a stint at OVW back in the day, trained under Rip Rogers and Danny Davis. So the guy kind of knows what he's talking about, folks. Is he old and stuck in the past? Maybe. But
it's what our podcasting world has come to, that we're talking about a tweet for 15 minutes. A tweet about things.
Well, it's gotten a lot of controversy. Twitter creates controversy nowadays, and controversy creates cash. So
let me find something real quick, wait, since we're on this, because I saw something, and hold on now, you got me. You got me in a tizzy way.
Somebody on Twitter apparently low-key responded, and somebody put on Twitter, low-key isn't even tall enough to take an RKO. Wow. Wow. And then somebody, of course, posted, I agree with this. All wrestlers from any promotion work their asses off. Stop being mean to each other. There you go. I like that.
Sheldon Goldberg agrees with Rip Rogers, by the way. How do you feel about that, Wade?
Somebody put, for the next 24 to 48 hours, your Twitter will primarily consist of words Orton, Bully, Indy, and Dive. Somebody put hashtag headlock, and then to that they go, maybe we're all divided. Team Headlock versus Team Dive. What team are you on? I happen to be on, if you ask some people, they're on, I happen to be on, hashtag headlock, and then into a dive maybe, or dive into a headlock. I don't know. I'm
Why can't you just be on both sides?
Yeah, I know, right?
Usually, when we get the pay-per-view picks anyway, so you might as well be on both sides of this issue. It's like, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre, Wait.
It is bizarre that people are getting worked up over headlocks and dives this evening.
It's like, what is wrong with you people? Headlocks and dives. Don't you know that there's a NASCAR driver who took the wrong turn and almost died?
Yeah, old Eric Almirola last night got cut. They had to cut him out of the car.
like a tuna can.
They did. The car literally looked like a Spam can when it was done. And
wait, 2 days. Oh, this is an old tweet. Never mind. Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked, but that was funny.
And
what are you going to be on each side of the wall for? Wait. But anyway, I'm sorry.
He had damage to one of his vertebrae in his back, took to the hospital. He's walking on his own today. He's out of the hospital, but he's certainly not climbing back in a race car anytime soon, is Eric Almirola. I am going to go ahead and add people to our conversation here now. If you would like to go ahead and call in via Skype, Tons of Fun WCW, add me on there.
Is Dick Trickle still around?
No, Dick Trickle is not around anymore. We talked about this already, Rick.
He's my favorite race car driver. You said he died.
Coming up later in the show, we're going to have I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's a fantastic movie. I'm going to be reviewing that later in the show while Rick takes a nap. And
I'll be signing out.
He'll be off and asleep.
I am Groot. Go kill yourself. Anyway, don't go kill yourself. But
yeah, please don't.
I just don't get the allure of that movie.
What? Well, you don't
But
get the allure of mini movies.
no, that one in particular, I don't know. It seemed the what do you call it? The previews made it seem dumb.
It was
I
actually
am Groot.
a fairly good movie, and the baby Groot character is maybe in the movie all of about maybe 10 minutes total.
Uh, Wait, why does it seem like that's not true?
I mean,
But it's one of those things. It's one of the Marvel movies that I didn't really get. Is it Marvel or is it one of the others? So
yeah,
confused.
no, that's Marvel.
Yeah, it's one of the Marvel ones I never got into. That and the old Wolverine one. I didn't need to see that.
The old man, the Logan movie, that one was actually very
Uh,
good.
yeah, it was, but it's just like you don't want to see Wolverine old and sorry. Wolverine was my favorite with the claws, and he'd slice you. Oh, when I used to play that game on a Sega Genesis.
That was a good
Oh
game
my
actually for
god.
the Sega.
Yeah, you could really Wolverine him up.
The other one was when you could play as Nightcrawler and teleport all over the screen. That was good too.
Yeah, that was a good one. I do agree. What was I going to say? So I forgot. Wow, my brain's not working so good. I got these new headphones. They're Beats. Do they sound good?
Bubba Ray Dudley tweeted to Randy Orton, "Dear Randy Orton, my tweet had zero to do with you. Looks like you were wrong again. You're still awesome." And a thumbs up. And Cody Rhodes retweeted that and goes, "Be nice to each other." Oh, Cody Rhodes had to get in there, man.
Cody Rhodes just.
This has really lit a fire on under people's asses tonight. Really
Cody
has.
Rhodes is just regretting that he quit the WWE.
I don't think he's regretting it at all, man. He's out there making money.
God no, money on the indie scene. Wait, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, White.
There's money to
Just
be
like
made.
Randy Orton said, how much money could you make in front of 150 people?
I don't know, man. I think the 150 people deal is a little bit,
I ran him, White. Let's talk about the financial part of it.
Yeah,
right?
but that was back in what, 2002?
Well, let's just even talk about the financial part of any indie, right? So
Go ahead.
let's just use any old. We don't even need a name, right? Let's say WWE former star gets $1,000 a pop, right? Maybe more. I mean, some of these guys I think ask quite a bit more. You would have to sell just to pay for him at least 50 tickets at $20 a piece.
Yeah, probably right.
So it's just it's not. Don't get me wrong. There's some indie feds that do well, but none of them they can't be making any money.
I mean, I look at it this way. Even with CWF, we do an after show about them, so I'm sure Grant would be the first to tell you. They're not going to be bringing in people like Cody anytime soon to work just because they're asking for so damn much. And you're right.
You're going to get some Cheetos in your back when you go there?
Maybe.
I like those VIP seats, White. I'm really intrigued by those. Telling you, the recliners, and
that's right.
And the all-you-can-eat snack. Oh, boy. I might even splurge. We'll all go in the back of lounges.
Anything else for us tonight, Rick?
Why are you getting rid of me already?
We're getting rid of you, man. We got people who want to come on.
Who wants to come on?
I think Robert Ventura's on the line. Robert, you there?
Robert,
I'm here. What's up, man?
Unlike you, White.
Oh, man.
Yeah, unlike you, White, he's never said a bad word about me.
No, he hasn't. I hadn't really said a bad word about either, but we got to give others a chance to come on. Anything else for us tonight, Hendrickson?
Oh, you'll give me 5 minutes tonight, White? Oh, I had
That's
a whole list of things I wanted to go over with.
What else did you want to go over with?
Well, the NASCAR guy, he had a rough go.
We touched on that.
And then what was the other wrestling thing? The hell was it? Oh, New Japan's coming to the United States.
Oh, yeah, bringing a new title with them. I think we're going to talk a little bit about that on Monday.
Championship belt now.
Yeah, that U.S. title, I think AC tweeted out the other day, great, all we need is another fucking title in New Japan.
Seriously, White, I am going to go. But keep it real, White.
Well, we try.
And, let me know what the best camping in Virginia is.
I told you that the Yogi Bear campground.
All right, I'll be there in about 2 weeks. Is it too cold down there still?
Yeah, kind of.
Fuck. All right. Well, you talk about the Grooting it up. I'm gonna go watch some Practical Jokers and have a peanut butter sandwich.
Have a good night, Rick.
Mita Bente
Have a good
Baccarao.
one, Rick.
Rick Hendrickson, everybody. Ventura, what's happening tonight, man?
Not too much, you man.
You're a little bit crackled on us there. I don't know if it's your internet connection being shitty with us tonight, but did you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because been like real windy here.
I tell you, man, I turned on that race last night. They were racing in Kansas last night, and I turned it on as they were cleaning up the wreckage from Amarola's wreck, and I saw the replay, and then I saw them towing away the car. It looked like a tuna can had been ripped open. Not good news.
Yeah, that fucking wreck was a mess, man.
So apparently,
that whole race was bad. There was literally like, I think they broke the record for cautions or something for that track, didn't they?
I think they tied it.
Yeah, they either broke it or tied it, but that was a total mess, that race.
I gotta tell you something. Somebody put here, in 2020, Adam. This is responding to this whole Randy Orton thing. We're gonna look into the future here. According to @Underhook DDT, in the year 2020, Adam Cole will be the WWE champion. The Young Bucks will be the tag champions. Low Key is the U.S. champion, and Triple H is using memes in real life. Oh man.
I'll tell you though, with that race, our old pal Danica Patrick pretty much pissed me off with that tweet she had afterwards after the race. To me, she comes off like real self-centered and real self-absorbed, especially like with that wreck with Almirola, because I mean, dude, he could have died from that shit. That was a pretty bad wreck. If this was like 10 years ago, I think he wouldn't have made it.
I didn't see the tweet last night. Great night into bed, grateful for walking away. My heart is breaking from this bad luck. Man, I wish I had a sound of a baby crying. Oh my God.
To be honest with you, I think she's the biggest heel in NASCAR.
She is, man.
She's always like, to me, she's always whining and complaining about everything. The girl never even comes in like the top 10 half the races, but yet she runs her mouth all the damn time.
I got to tell you, the post-race interview they had out of the care center, Logano came out of it kind of choked up. Everybody's upset about Amarola. And the only thing she keeps, bitching about, they wrecked me again. They wrecked me again. Every time I get to where I'm actually finally starting to crack the top 20, I wreck. I'm just so pissed off at this. I don't know what to do. I'm Danica Patrick.
That's the funny thing. People complain about Kyle Busch, but I think she's more whiny than he is. I mean,
way more whiny, man. I mean, I'm like, a few weeks ago, I was like, maybe Dana could actually do something this season. Maybe she could actually, get up there. She was running good a few weeks back, I believe, when they were in Vegas, and I don't get this with her, man. The boys,
I don't get it either, because let's be honest, she's not even in the top 30 in the points right now. And she hardly ever is.
My name is Danica Patrick, and the boys aren't nice to me. My husband got a win before me. That's the only time I'll ever be in victory lane is when my boyfriend / husband, whatever he is, wins.
Yeah, I pretty much said that on Twitter, too. I'm like, well, she finally found her way into victory lane one way or another.
Yeah, and what kills me is she had already wrecked out of that race, too, because she met him in street clothes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Danica Patrick. I tried to go from the indie scene to the IndyCar circuit to this, and the boys aren't nice to me. Come on. I'm all for women in sports. I'm all for that. But there comes a time when you got to stop playing the woe is me. I'm a woman. They're just picking on me. She's been in that series for 5-10 years now?
Yeah, I think about 6 or something like that.
Come on. They're not picking on you. They'll draft with you. They'll run with you. It's called you don't know how to fucking drive with this shit most of the time.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, she just is not really that good, to be honest with you. She's not.
I mean,
If you're coming in the 30s every race, something's wrong, you know?
I don't know what I could say besides the fact that, they. I don't know. I mean, because if I comment too much on it, I'm going to have all the. Oh, Joe, you hate women in sports. Joe's a woman hater. Joe's a part of the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Yeah. No, it's not that. It's the fact of you have to call. It comes down to a point where you have to call a spade a spade. You have to look at this person, and go, this person complains. This person is, I'm a woman. They don't like me. Well, come on now. That's overblown.
And the thing, too, is there's actually really good.
Robert, I had to let you go, buddy. You're breaking up on me too bad, man. Get into an area where we could talk better. But yeah, I just don't get it. And get all kinds of bad luck. We got all kinds of bad luck. Robert, you with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. I must accidentally press the button.
No, I had to let you go, man, because the internet, it was just breaking up too bad to where I could hardly hear you. You still with me?
Oh, I'll see.
It's still bad, man. Sorry. Get to an area where you can actually talk to us. But I just don't get it. The race was good. The race ended good. Hell of a finish last night, man. I thought Blaney was actually going to get it, but then his car got real loose on the short run. And then, it got to the point where he couldn't hang on to it. Truex, my boy Martin Truex Jr. is actually going to go ahead and win. He won the race last night. I mean, let's try to look at Danica, to be fair. We're going to look at her NASCAR record here. I mean, and I would love nothing more than to see her win a race, actually. I would love nothing more to see her get a top 10 and actually be a contender. I think the sport needs it. But there comes a time and a place where you got to sit there and put some accountability in yourself. There comes a time and a place where you got to take responsibility for your own actions. It doesn't. She's the first woman in NASCAR to ever lead a Cup Series race under green. Most top 10s by a woman in the Cup Series was 6. Most laps, she's led only 57 laps. She's the first woman to ever lead the Daytona 500. First woman ever to win a Monster Energy Cup Series pole. And let's look at that Monster. She was in the Xfinity Series. She got 1 pole and 7 top 10s. She's gotten 6 top 10s and 1 pole. And she's been there 5 years out of 165 races. And people want to blame Dale Jr. for having a bad career? Come on. Come on. Her first race was the 2012 Daytona 500. Her best finish is 23rd this year, and that of last year. Her best finish last year was 23rd. There comes a time and a place. She drives for Stewart Haas, for crying out loud, I believe. Let's see here. She drives for Stewart Haas, I want to say. And it's getting to the point now where, you can't. As I said, I'm going to move on here from this, but you can't really. Yeah, she drives for Stewart Haas. She has a team under her. They can win races. Stewart Haas could definitely win races. But they can't, for some reason, they just can't get it together with her. And Tony Stewart sticking her leg out there, his nose out there for her. Everybody else on that team doesn't seem to really have a problem. Hell, Ryan Newman's even won a race this year. I don't think Ryan Newman's with Stewart-Haas anymore. Kurt Busch just won a race with Stewart-Haas Racing. He won the 2017 Daytona 500 for crying out loud. Kevin Harvick doesn't have any trouble winning race cars or winning races for him. So I don't think it's Stewart-Haas Racing. I don't think it's the other people out there on the track. I think it's Danica Patrick. Anyway, if you want to contact us on Skype, Jonathan Miller says he got to see Cody live last night. That's cool. I have yet to see Cody live since leaving the WWE. I'll tell you what I want to see. Put this out here on Twitter today. I want to see at Battlecade this year. I want to see White Mike Jordan versus the Human Tornado. I really do. And if you've never seen the Human Tornado, man, all I could say is wow. If you've never seen the Human Tornado. There's a famous clip out there of him and Matt Seidel having a match at a high school gym, and they're near the basketball court. You know, Human Tornado jumps up, slam dunks it, and off the rim he does a hurricane run on Matt Seidel. Human Tornado did retweet it. Thank you very much, Human Tornado, you know. And if you've never seen that, you know, the Human Tornado. He's been on this show before. Yeah. I have to play that for you one day. I think, you know what, let me download this. Let me download this and play this for y'all. If you've never seen the Human Tornado. Well, you know what? I could just go ahead and do this. Let me do this here. If you've never seen the Human Tornado, now granted, this is way back, folks, way back. It's pretty old here. But if you've never seen the Human Tornado, here's what you can, you know, expect here. This is from YouTube. Check this out. I'm gonna fade out, lay out for this. Check this out here. This is beautiful stuff.
Something I don't tell. What got me feeling like a pepper make me grow these nails. I think it's something in my bones that be making me feel that I can walk and I can talk like a player for real. Sometimes I get the urge to jump around and act the fool. Cause a player be so happy he don't know what to do. I mean, some way, somewhere, there's a girl that was meant for you, homie. She'll give you the world. She wanna see me with my nails done, and I do too. Perhaps pedicure to help the pimp feel real cool. Now none of y'all tricks can't tell me nothing. I got my hair brushed, blowing in the wind for something. Wearing tailor-made and my cleaner snow. Put the contraband in a bag and hide my smoke. Yeah, I'm so cool. You can't tell by my walk, I ain't really got no time to talk. Hey fellas, yeah, any of y'all hot? No. You know why? Why? Cause we cool. Cool. Yeah. Hey fellas, yeah, any of y'all hot? No. You know why? Why? We so cool, free, cool. What's that smell? Had your sex today? Was it good? Did he do it like a pimp just like he should? Or did he get on one knee and try to give you a ring so we can lock you in the house and handcuff your dreams? Hell no, she ain't going out like that. She wanna hit the casino in Las Vegas for a Mac, and her eyes get big every time she hits. While you sitting there wanting to lay around with me. Get your money, man, and tell her all your needs. You what you tell her you gon' do because she just might leave. But you ready for the cop to blow? Cause you's a player, you gon' get you some more. Now you messing with some checkbook, credit cards, more money. And looking back at your squares, that's so funny. I drive a Cadillac, baby, don't touch my glass. Take your shoes off, set them down, and drop my cash. What's that spell? That spell's kill. Now she got a baby, 5 minutes of fame. And the next thing you know, the baby got your name. Now she Wonder Woman, dog, she don't need no man. She got a helpless little baby in the palm of her hand. And her mama don't make it no better side hustling. But I'm gonna make it fly better side hustling. She can't stand how I tell the truth. She can't stand how I'm rolling with you. She can't stand how I do what I do. But you better understand the pimp game is true. I ain't lying about something so I can do something else. Think you need some time alone so you can play with yourself. I'm too cool. Like the Fonz again. Fingernails to the hair, to the skin I'm in. I'm too cool. Square girls can't tell why. One more time and you're going to hell. What's that spell?
And there you go. That's a little bit of a peek at the human tornado there, folks. I got to tell you, wouldn't you like to see that guy in a CWF ring versus White Mike Jordan? Whether it be tag teaming with him, whether it be wrestling against him, that right there, you know, you got the human tornado, the original pimp. You know, Joey, we're going to talk about Joey Ryan tomorrow night and his quote-unquote magic dick spot or whatever. Here's the man who pretty much, you know, came up with the balls of steel spot right here. You know, balls of steel right into the pimp backhand. That's the original pimp, Human Tornado. The video I showed you there is a little bit old. In fact, it's a lot old. So Tornado actually was dealing with an injury way back in the day. White Mike and Matty D, maybe, yeah. But my honestly, right now, my dream match for White Mike Jordan is the Human Tornado. What better way to, you know, showcase what White Mike can do? What better way to introduce the CWF fans to Human Tornado? The only thing to this happening is that Human Tornado's from the West Coast, and them trying to get a guy all the way from the West Coast out here could be an issue. But you know, we gotta make this happen, fans. We gotta make this happen. Guardians of the Galaxy. We're gonna talk a little bit about Guardians of the Galaxy now. It's been getting some crazy reviews. John Campia didn't like it as much as he liked the first one. And you know, he said the music was not memorable. I disagree. The music in this movie was just phenomenal. You know, to me, it's very much on par with the first. And you know, it's different than the first movie. It is different because it's not an origin story like the first movie was. It wasn't, you know, you got... Jeez, I mean, look at the soundtrack for this movie. He says the music there. You know, you got people like Fleetwood Mac, Sam Cooke, Glenn Campbell, George Harrison from the Beatles is on here. Cheap Trick, Cat Stevens, you know, David Hasselhoff even has a damn song in this movie. So, you know, it's your classic mix of, you know, 80s music here on the, you know, 70s 80s music on this in this movie. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'll put it to you this way. My 7-year-old son, who's about to turn 8 in about 3 months, so I might as well call him an 8-year-old. He went and saw this movie with my girlfriend and I. And at the end of the movie, he was crying. Because one of the, you know, spoiler alert, one of the characters dies in this movie. Not one of the main characters, I'll put it that way. But there is a character in this movie that dies. I'm trying not to be too spoilery with this. But it broke my heart, too, because I didn't want to see the guy die. I didn't want to see the, you know, the character that they killed off. I didn't want to see him killed off. You know, Chris Pratt does an excellent fucking job in this movie. He's funny. So is, you know, Zoe Saldana's Gamora. Batista. My only argument with this movie is the way they mishandled Batista. And I agree with John Campia on this. John Campia said that besides the opening sequence of the movie, Drax the Destroyer does not live up to his name. You got a guy named Drax the Destroyer. You got a guy playing him who is a former WWE champion in Dave Bautista. And he only has one action sequence in the entire movie. One action sequence. And my thing on that is, he's a big guy. He needs to have more than one action sequence. 90% of, Batista's dialogue in this movie is laughing. He laughs. That's the thing. Like, instead of, with him, you cut to him and he's sitting there chuckling and laughing boisterously, which is funny. And the spots where he does it are warranted. Baby Groot in this movie, Rick Hendrickson said the movie was full of Baby Groot, and it is. The first part of that movie, the big action sequence at the beginning of the movie, it's all based around Baby Groot dancing. I'll put it to you that way. And Bradley Cooper as Rocket in this movie is freaking awesome, and the things that they make the Rocket character do. Michael Rooker as Yondu. Man, I was so excited to see Yondu back in this movie, and this is a Yondu movie as far as I'm concerned in certain aspects. Toward the middle of the movie, the movie's 2.5 hours long, and it does not seem like it at all. Nebula in this movie, who is Gamora's sister, phenomenal job. They did a great aspect with Nebula and Gamora being sisters. It was awesome. The Mantis character, I kind of fell in love with her. You had Kurt Russell as Ego the Living Planet in this movie. They treated that character well. It made sense to why he does what he does, and they really didn't slight him at all in this. So let me see here. We have a message here on Skype, I guess. Yeah, Robert Ventura's internet is garbage tonight, so we'll try to get him on in a future show. But again, and even people such as Seth Green voicing Howard the Duck. We get another Howard the Duck cameo in this. Tommy Flanagan from Sons of Anarchy, Chibs, has a part in this movie. I'll be honest with you, I thought he could have had a bigger part in this movie because I popped big time. I mean, I almost jumped up and started cheering when I saw Tommy Flanagan in this movie, man. We need to get Tommy Flanagan a place in the Marvel universe somehow, because he, the scenes that he's in, he steals the show. It's very well done. Rob Zombie has a Ravager voice cameo. Stan Lee appears as an informant to the Watchers. David Hasselhoff even makes a cameo in this movie. Jeff Goldblum as dancing as the Grandmaster from the set of Thor Ragnarok appears in the end credits. Lee filmed several different versions of his scene, including the final film's version where he references his cameo in Captain America: Civil War. So he plays the he plays the FedEx driver who's gone into space. Where he asks for Tony Stank. And there's an alternative scene where he makes a reference to Deadpool, which would have been the first acknowledgement of the X-Men series by an MCU film, but that was cut out. Just a phenomenal film. Take your kids to see this one. It's awesome. I like this movie. This movie to me is on par with the first one. I like it. It's a good companion piece. It's a sequel done right. Now, the Iron Man sequels in the film, in the realm of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron Man 2 was good. I like Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3, not so much. The Thor movie, the Captain America movie, Captain America 1 kind of fell short, where Winter Soldier was damn good. The Thor movies, the first Thor movie was good. Dark World fell flat. You got Ragnarok coming out this year. A lot of people are excited for it. We had a preview of Ragnarok before this movie here in the theater. I was excited to see that. Sequels have not necessarily been their strong suit. It was in this case. If I have to give it a 5, I give it a 4.75 star rating. The only reason why I'm not giving it 5 here is I would have liked to see more Tommy Flanagan. I don't agree with the killing off of the character at the end, and Dave Bautista needed more action scenes in this. Those are the only three things that I have bad to say about this movie. Other than that, damn good movie. My son is begging me to go back and watch it again. That's how good it is. My son doesn't like leaving the house all that much. He likes to stay inside and play video games. But he wants to go back and watch this movie in the theaters. He's bugged me. Every time I pass the movie theater now, he begs me to go take him in there and watch this movie. That's how good it is. Man. So we've gone almost an hour tonight. If you'd like to call in, go ahead. Please feel free to do so. I'm sure I stirred a lot of people off about the NASCAR talk. Let me see here. I tell you, folks, we here at 1650 PWAM, Pro Wrestling and More. Again, follow us on Twitter at 1650 PWAM. On Twitter, also, you can find me on Twitter at Joe Pillar to Post. Add me on Skype if you want to. My screen name is there on there. You have to go ahead and add me on Skype if you want to call in, because apparently it will not let me take calls from people who are not friends. So go ahead and add me on there. If you'd like to send us a good old-fashioned email, you could do so as well, pillartopost1650 at yahoo.com. This coming up week, tomorrow night, is the... I guess we're going to call it the 1650, Monday night PWAM show, I guess. I don't know. AC is going to join us tomorrow night, folks. And AC has some words for Joey Ryan. This is interesting. To me, this is interesting. Because, Jeff Edwards, AC, I thought he'd be a Joey Ryan fan. To be honest with you. I thought he would be a Joey Ryan fan, and the tide has turned. So what are AC's motives for calling out Joey Ryan? Also, Wednesday night, after CWF Worldwide at 10 o'clock, we have our unofficial CWF Worldwide after show, me and Jeff Edwards. We're watching every episode with you. We're going to give you our thoughts at the end of it. We had a big turnout last week. We had a lot of people listening. CL Party listened to us last week. Thank you very much, CL Party. We're huge CL Party fans. Apparently, Sis liked our comments from last week and gave us a good old like and retweet. If you like what you're hearing here on the 1650 PWAM radio network, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified every time we go live. You'll be notified every time we post something new. Also, follow us again at 1650 PWAM on Twitter. You'll be notified there first whenever a new show is put up on the network. We're growing every day. As I said, we got new subscribers coming in. Our subscriber count has jumped a lot in the last week. We thank you guys very much for that as well. Just trying to get a good read here on Twitter here about what's going on here with hashtag Flip Rogers. And, we may just go ahead and wrap it up to right there. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, so much for tuning in here tonight. Let me see here. Anything else here on the... Randy Orton, indie wrestling is too gimmicky. We got to put butts in seats. Also, Randy Orton gets a fridge dumped on him. That's, I think, where a lot of people are going to really, really say Randy Orton shot himself in the foot. So I really do think that a lot of people are going to say Randy Orton really kind of, open mouth insert foot when it comes to Randy Orton, because he does a House of Horrors match. As Stu Hart would say, they did the House of Horrors match. How much more gimmicky can you get than that, Orton? Randy Orton was in the House of Horrors, and then he talks about diving. Don't get it. Didn't really have any dives in the House of Horrors match, though. Let me see here. Not too much. I think Twitter's pretty much calmed down here. Oh, Lord, there's a ... dive shirt that Ospreay has out. Please retweet, plugging it. Because to me, this is hilarious. Show people that dives matter. Get your dive shirts. And it lists Will Ospreay's t-shirt site. Oh, man. Maybe he said that to, maybe he said that as a shout out to Will Ospreay. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I gave my thoughts on this. I'm kind of on both sides of the argument. I'm a shade of gray with it, because I just I get where Rip Rogers is coming from, but then again, it's the style nowadays to do flips and bibs and bobs and dives. So who knows? I mean, now there's pictures of War Machine diving, Raymond Rowe tweeting out, dive and them taking dives. So, it wasn't too long ago that people were calling for Big E to stop that dive through the ropes he does, saying that he's going to kill himself. So who knows where this is going to go? We're gonna get AC's thoughts on this tomorrow. So I'm curious to see what AC has to say about this. Also, we're going to talk to AC tomorrow night. It's been confirmed that Travis Gordon has signed with Ring of Honor, so we'll talk about that tomorrow night. We're going to go ahead and wrap everything up here, folks. I tell you, we're going to go ahead and take things out. They're probably going to copyright me for this, but I don't care. Make it happen, folks. Hell, new hashtag. Let's do this. Hashtag. Here we go. Here's a new hashtag. Instead of Flip Rogers. There we go. Let's see if we can shrink that up a bit. Of course, me and my on-the-fly editing skills. Let's get that one trending right there. Hashtag Tornado versus White Mike. Let's get that trending. I'd like to see that match. I think it'd be a great match on YouTube for the CWF episode, and I think it'd be a great match to see live. There's a lot of stuff as far as CWF goes that I'm going to save. I have a lot of stuff concerning CWF Mid-Atlantic, folks. Not just Tornado versus White Mike happening at Battlecade, because I think that's a good Battlecade match. But there's a lot happening in the last 24 to 48 hours from CWF Mid-Atlantic. And we're going to talk about that Wednesday, me and Jeff Edwards are, when we go live with the official, unofficial CWF Worldwide After Show. I'd like to thank you guys so much for listening tonight and watching. We'll see you down the road.
Something I don't tell, what got me feeling like a pepper, make me grow these nails. I'm thinking something in my bones that be making me feel that I can walk and I can talk like a player for real. Sometimes I get the urge to jump around and act the fool, cause a player be so happy he don't know what to do. I mean, some way, somewhere, there's a girl that was meant for you, homie, she'll give you the world. She wanna see me with my nails done, and I do too. Perhaps pedicure to help the pimp feel real cool. Now none of y'all tricks can't tell me nothing. I got my hairbrush blowing in the wind for something. Wearing tailor-made and my cleaner snow. Put your contraband in a bag and hide my smoke. Yeah, I'm so cool. You can't tell by my walk, I ain't really got no time to talk. Hey fellas, yeah, any of y'all hot? No. You know why? Why? Cause we cool. Cool. Yeah. Hey fellas, yeah, any of y'all hot? No. You know why? Why? We so cool.